Hello and welcome to Flory Models. Here we are on Friday the 5th of April 2019. A massive thank you to everybody who joined us last night on the live show. As I said, tried a totally new format. We tried to be a little bit more constructive. But fear not everybody, we will probably be back to our normal stupid selves very, very soon. But, you know, from my point of view, I was watching back over the last few weeks and looking at the figures, things like that, and it is that thing of what we call retention. It's not so many how many views you have, it's how long people watch it for, and we just noticed there's a little bit of decline in there. And I think it is that thing of when we're all busy modelling, it's very quiet, there's not a lot really going on, you can't see in detail what we were doing. So I did have a word with the guys yesterday about it in the morning and said, look, perhaps we ought to, you know, shake it up a little bit, try a new few ideas, shall we say, and not actual model on the bench, because again, it's just very difficult for, you know, to see it, especially when we're streaming online and things like that. So that's why I made the decision to sort of, you know, pull it away from that and have a more structured format, shall we say. So we were just playing with a few ideas at the moment. Obviously you've been speaking about it a lot with the guys. So what we're thinking really is as I said, have basically a topic every week. Now that topic might be something quite serious, like yesterday we were talking about the price of kit and manufacturing in general and stuff like that in the hobby. And then we might think of something completely random and stupid for the next one. So who knows how it will go. We're also, the guys hopefully going to help me out a little bit. I'm going to be bringing some information to the actual live show as well. So perhaps about the latest kit releases, what's going on, some news, gossip, you know, the usual things in and around the hobby, okay? But again, that's not to mean we're not going to have the laughs, the giggles, taking the piss out of each other and everything else that goes on with it, because clearly that's what we do. All right, so fear not. I know a couple of people have said, I loved it, it was fantastic, but it's almost too structured. It's, for us anyway, we're not that structured, which, trust me, we're not. It's all on, you know, a wing and a prayer with everything. But I enjoyed doing the format. The time, 2.5 hours, absolutely shot by. It just flew. So before you know it, where other times we're a little bit sort of dragging and everything else. So, you know, it's going to play with some ideas. And like we always say, I never make any big changes. I never have done with the entire site over the last sort of, you know, 20 years. But the thing is, what I'm thinking is that we just tweak it every now and again. So this is one of those ones where I was having a look back, didn't say anything to the guys at all, and literally was like, right, make an executive decision here. We need to shake this up, because the bit where you're just sat there, you know, building, it's not entertaining to watch unless you're talking about it or discussing, but the guys are concentrating quite hard on their builds and we lose out a little bit. So it is that thing of just doing two sides of it. Hopefully the guys are still going to be continuing doing their builds and we can talk about them on the build itself, and perhaps a little bit more in depth. Instead of just saying, well, I've done this tonight and I've just built that, you know, so they can talk about what they've been up to in the week and everything. But again, hopefully they'll be bringing a little bit more information, something that's taken their eye on the line, something kit they're working on, some kit they want, things like that as well. So your input is also crucial to this one. So if you've got any topics you'd like us to talk about and cover, then please post them up in the actual team chat area, and then we can pick ones from there as well. So if we've got nothing particularly on, you guys step in and go in with it. But don't forget, the whole point of the show isn't just literally the load of us online yapping, it's being interactive with you as well, and that's what I don't want to lose. So that's why I've sort of pulled it this way, okay? So then, you know, you guys got ideas, you've got feedback, you've got anything you want to say, then obviously you can comment live as we're on air, or you can put up photos so we can show them like we do, so forth and so on. So that is the real point of the little bit of the shake-up, shall we say, to the show. But if you haven't seen it, go off and see it. I'll show you how to get there in a moment, okay? And you can actually see what we've been up to, what we've been talking about, so forth and so on. But it really was an interesting, I wouldn't call it a debate, because it's more of a conversation with us, but it was clearly something where we thought, yeah, you know, that needs to be spoken about. We'll get that one sorted out and go through the motions of it, and it worked really, really well. So yes, definitely. Anyway, this week we have been doing, as you can see down in front of it below, I've been working on the B52 today. I've been looking about stress skin and different things. We spoke about it on about last night, but I'm not overly convinced about the way I was trying to do it, so I'm going to try something else using filler. Yeah, trust me, it's all apparent next week. But as you can see, we're pretty much down there. This particular kit, I have found a few little problems though, if we're honest. Like the cockpit detail all in here, this front section under here is way too wide, by the point of, I reckon, about a mil and a half is too big. So when you put it in the nose section, it just wouldn't fit. You have no clearance under here, down in there where that goes. So anyway, we've shimmied that in and taken it down, and now we've got that nice flight deck area all in there, so forth and so on. And then obviously we've got the rest of the detail is going to go through. So we've got actually a bomb bay system is going to come in, it's just going to drop in here. somehow. There we go, that's going to sit in there like that. We've got the rotary Bombay, that's going to be fitted in, and you might notice we've actually put the nose section on. So we haven't done it as a plug-in fit on this one, we've put it down the side, and I have to report it's a stunning fit. There's nothing in there apart from a light rub with a sander, and it has gone in beautifully, as is the tail one as well. The tail has gone in as a plug-in straight in, and that's gone in with no fit issues whatsoever. So very, very happy with that. But we are finding the odd little problem with this build. Yes, and that was definitely one of those areas because it was clearly way too wide. Sanded it off, fits like a dream now. So I'm just hoping the rest of this is going to come in and it's going to fit over just like this. And again, this is a sort of live fitting, and it's going to come in there just like that. Okay, it's going to be big, it's going to be a monster, but it's a lot of fun, I must admit, going on. But the stress skin thing, I've completely come up with a new idea thanks to John on this one. So watch this space next week. So anyway, the first part of this will be up with you probably on Wednesday. Actually, I might do it Monday. We'll probably do this one Monday, and the next part of the Wessex will be up with you actually on Wednesday as we make our way through as our next major build as we've started it off. Again, it's not going to take too long. I'm thinking 2 parts really for the construction. The rest of it is all going to be down to the stress skin. I'm probably going to do an episode solely on stress skin effects, and then we'll go through the usual thing of painting, weathering, and then detailing, and so forth and so on as we make the way through to the build to the end. So lots going on with that one. Anyway, this week in recap, well, you can see we've got the actual site over here. So if we use this as our template, so on Monday, next part of the Wessex went up. You haven't seen it before, talking of sanding and filling. This is what it was all about. So you can go down into this one, then you can click on learn more. That'll take you down into here, and you get the giant pictures if you want them. They are in there just like that. And then obviously for members, for subscribers of the site, you just click on here and it'll take you off to the video builds. And you can see all the videos down on these ones right the way through. All right, so it's literally just a straightforward case of clicking in and away you go. All right, so no problem with that one at all. So anyway, a lot of fun with the Wessex build. It's coming on really, really nicely. She is here. Going to get on with it too, probably on Monday and Tuesday, really pushing on. So we're going to get the cockpit in. My plan of action is to get this thing re-riveted, re-scribed, cockpit in, and it's buttoned up, literally waiting for proper paint and things like that by the end of next week. And then the week after, it will just be all about the painting and weathering stage on this one. So again, I have to say, if you haven't seen the thing on of it, I'm loving the build. It's really nice. You know, people talk about limited run kits, things like that. I've had no problem with this one at all. It's just falling together, so no problem with that one there. Okay, so really that was on Monday, so we were talking about that one. On Tuesday, up here, obviously we spoke about when I was working on the B52, it was the secret project, no one knew about it, so that is the video that was up there. And then Steve had the next part, which is part 4 of his Raiden build, putting the actual cockpit all in, and in with the engine and the fuel tank system, and trying to shoehorn it all into the actual main fuselage sides itself, which gave him a little few headaches down in there. So if you want to see that one, you can click on that one. It is on a free to watch as well, everyone, so you can just go down there and see Steve whittling his way through on that particular build. It is absolutely looking stunning. If you'd seen last night's live show, Steve was showing it all in metals. It's looking very, very nice. So we're looking forward to getting more parts of that up with us very, very soon. And then obviously on Wednesday, it was all about the actual completion of the actual wing nut wings kit. So there it is, just down on there. And then obviously in the final part we spoke about doing oils, so I gave it a full oil wash underneath to give us a better fabric look, and then it turned out literally just like that. And to be honest with you, it turned out probably better than I thought, because now it's drying off a little bit. Hopefully you can see it's looking even better. When I took that photo for the close-up underneath, it was still a little bit wet, but here she is all done. She's finished off now and dried out. Everything is completed on this one, and I will be taking it with me at the weekend as well, just to show off. And obviously hopefully it'll make its way up as well to the P&M store, so you can have a look in the little mini museum we've got going on there with all our models. But she did turn out exceptionally well. The rigging was no problem at all, so we had a lot of fun doing the rigging and working our way through. As you might know, I used my usual way of doing it, which is knitting in elastic, but I also used some Albion Alloys 0.3mm steel tubing to do a lot of the bracing stuff as well. So we used a bit of a mixture between the two. Last time it was just literally all knitting in elastic, which is stretchy thread. And then this time I said I used a little bit of both. So it's quite an interesting way of seeing that one. And then again, we spoke about oils and weathering in and trying to get the decals to have the painted on look, which I think we nailed quite successfully by using enamels. So you put enamels all over your decals and brush them in, and you get that the texture of the brush shows into the decal, and it gives you that type of effect with it as well. But anyway, you can see the final part of that or any of the rest of the build as always on the site. So easiest way for that one, if you just go up to your actual video builds just at the top, okay, go to your video builds just up here, and then you've obviously got your wing nut wings down below, and then that is down in there, and the full build is down in here. There's a few duplicates of the photos. I need to sort that out. It uploaded twice for some reason. But again, for video build for subscribers, just click down in here and you can go through the entire video build system itself right the way through. So this one was actually only a 6-parter, which is quite nice because we got on with this one. We used a lot of new techniques on this particular build, a lot of new things that I've never done before, and it worked an absolute treat. Very happy. You can see the difference from oil washes to normal as well when we actually did the painting system on this one. There you go, it's clear before and after of what we were trying to affect with it or achieve with it. Using wood as well, we did loads of different wood, and there's those ones right the way down again, and then we've got them down in there. So you've got the last part of the actual video build up on there. Again, it's one of those ones where it's not my favourite thing, I'll be honest with you, but actually working with it and doing those final stages coming along, I actually fell in love with that kit. It was one of those ones where it was like, yeah, you know what? It really turned out very nicely. And then obviously, as you can see, looking at the vlog page, you can see last night we've got the live show. So there's our lovely Steve sat there. It's not the best picture for some reason. But anyway, so that was what we were talking about. If you want to watch that one, remember it's free to watch. Just click play there and you can see us rabbiting on. And also we had this amazing review down in here for the Iconic Air Supermarine. If I just mute that so you don't get me playing. But this was absolutely a joy to behold. You can see it down in there playing. It was amazing detail. As I said, I've seen resin, I've seen a lot of resin in my career, but actually this has to be one of the finest bits of resin I've ever seen. It really is one of those where you need to see it to believe it, because the detail that has been done into the resin and just the sharpness of it, and not a blemish that I could find anywhere actually on the entire kit, was second to none. It was, you know, seriously, the detail is literally on another level. And just looking at some of the other parts, you can see with the wings, stuff like that, I did a little bit of dry fitting with it. They are literally a drop-in fit, so it is incredibly clever with those. So if you haven't seen that actual review as well, well worth having a look at that one. At the same time as well, over here, if I just stop that playing, you can probably see we've also got today's review. If you haven't seen it, it is up already, and this is for the actual Fine Molds F14A Tomcat. Now, a little bit of history to this one. It was actually part of a magazine series in Japan, but they did the D version. So obviously, being the sort of Super Tomcat or the latest Tomcat, this is the early version, is the A. We never thought, or I never thought, you would see this kit, but actually Fine Molds have pulled a blinder and released the actual A, because they always promised that the D was exclusive to the magazine. So I don't think we'll see the D anytime soon, but we've seen the A. And if you haven't seen the review, honestly, go and have a look, because there's more detail in this kit than there is in any 1/48 scale or any sort of, you know, 1/32 scale kit that's out there. And when you think it's in 70-second, that's incredible. Beautiful detail. So the only thing this is missing is standalone engines, which obviously the Fujami one has, this one doesn't. But honestly, the rest of it is on another level, and definitely one of those kits where I will be building it. Probably not anytime soon, if I'm honest, because to be honest, I've done my fair share of Tomcats recently. But it is one of those ones where I build it in a heartbeat. It is a very nice kit, so it's definitely well worth having a look at. Anyway, over on the actual forum, obviously, as you can see down in here, we're in our usual thing for the forum. Just to recap, all the vlogs from the week, if you want to catch them, if you're coming straight to the forum, you can catch them just here. Any of the live shows, like last night, or any other live show we've done over the years, they are just there. The video builds, okay, they are literally just in there, and then all the tutorials are just down in there as well. So you can catch all of those areas straightforward down as you make your way through. So one thing I did want to point out was this. Christopher has done an amazing job. We were talking about rigging obviously this week and things. This is literally on another level, the rigging on this little beauty. So, you know, this is, you know, it's just literally overkill on everything. So it's beautiful wood effects, beautiful rigging right the way through, and then obviously just the guns. But round the back here, this painting work as well is absolutely gorgeous. And like we always say, is sometimes I think certain areas of the hobby get overlooked. This is definitely one of them, because this is just taking, you know, scale modeling to an entire new level when you're dealing with the complexity of doing a full rig ship. You know, tall ships like this, just the sail effects, the wood, the painting, you know, it's painstaking, literally painstaking work, and I often think it gets overlooked. So I definitely wanted to showcase this one this week because it is absolutely gorgeous. So congratulations, Christopher, that is amazing, literally absolutely amazing on that one. Anyway, other things that are going on obviously the forum, we've got the group builds and the various things going on. So if we skimmy down to those areas, so down in here we've got, and if we get down here, there we go. We've got the Easter ones going on. So we've got 4 since I was last in here. So we've got the Meng Pershing tank, which is Stephen's done. Look at that little cutie. I love the faded look. That's actually really, really nice on that one. Very cool. Very, very nice indeed. So again, obviously, if you don't know, this is our little bit of fun that we do every Easter for the actual Easter egg hunt sig, as we call it. It only lasts a month, and it's usually the cutie range and all the various fun and things you can do with egg-shaped things. But again, lovely job on that one, Steve. It looks absolutely fantastic. Then we've got the AFV. This is Egerton Tank Grayan Battle Tank. Very nice indeed. Love the use of minifigs. Something a little bit different on that one. Very nice. Yes, look at that. Is that Khaleesi and Jon Snow? Brilliant. Look, you've even got the Ice Kings. Absolutely amazing on that one. Brilliant job. Love it. Absolutely cool. Very, very Games of Thrones. I think they're going to need that, aren't they? Quite frankly, you could do with a bit of armour. Right, also, I think we've already seen this one, but I'm not 100% sure, so have a look. But anyway, Grant has also done a normal type of thing, if you can call these things normal. He's done here, which is the Tiger Models F4U. Again, cutie range, as we call these ones. Beautiful, lots of fun, lovely detail, but literally the level of detail and paintwork on these is incredible. Beautiful work, even a little direct base as well. Fantastic. Nice job on the deckling as well, getting them all in snug. Very, very nice, very cool job. And there's his entire little range of them down there as well. So amazing work on that one. So congratulations there. And we've got, I think we've seen this one. Yeah, we have. We've actually seen that. It's the Yamamoto. Coming along very, very nicely indeed. Very cool stuff on that one, Natalie. So yes, so if you want to get those in, pop them down in there. You can see those down in there. At the moment we got around about, what have we got in there? 9 on the go in there as well. So push them forward, guys. Be absolutely lovely to see those all finished and going through. So group builds, obviously the full one this part of the year we've got down in here, which is for on your marks. It's a full group build, so it is entitled to medals. Okay, so just to see what we have got down in here since last week. So we got Steve's done a lovely NSR 500. There we go. Lovely job. Nice paint job in the Rothrans markings. Very nice indeed. Very cool. Beautiful work. Congratulations. Lovely seeing the bikes in this one. Nice paint job as well. Very, very cool. Very nice. Well done on that one. Congratulations on completing there. We've got a 1/12 from Steve has done this little, look at that. That's a stunner, that is. So what we got? That's a Tamiya 1/12. So that's an RC211V. Very nice. Very, very cool. Nice photos as well. Nice clean photos. Beautiful stuff. Very nice in the blue and white. You'd never think blue and white, but actually that works like that. Very nice. Nice with the heat job on the pipes as well, with the bluing. Very cool. Very nice. Congratulations on that one. Ford Escort. Did we watch this one the other day? We've seen that one the other day, but it's worth it because it is a very cool diorama. So go off and have a look at that one. And that's it. So anyway, that's where we're up to date with those. So we've got 9 finished in there at the moment, but to be honest, you've got months. You've got till the summer till that one finishes. And then obviously we've got the NATO SIG ongoing at the moment. And we've got, we saw this one last week, which is just the Hasegawa, which we'll just look again. Very nice indeed, which is the F-18 Aggressor. So we've got nothing finished in there just for a minute. Hopefully we'll get lots of finishing along on those right the way through. So usual thing, if you want to do a group build, pop them down in there. They're very, very simple to do. All you do is start a thread. If I just pick out one of these, if we borrow Mark's. So as you can see, basically you just start off with your box art, your instructions, as we've done down in here. So just start a thread as you did normally. So you just literally start it in the work in progress. So obviously you just have your scale, the manufacturer and what it is right the way down in there. Picture of the box art, picking of the instructions, couple of shots of your sprues, just showing you haven't started it basically just like that. Also, the whole point of these, like I was saying, is that it acts as a reference. So if anybody wanted to build this kit, they can see the kit you've used, the instructions, the parts. So it's almost like a, technically a review build all in one. So that's why we do it. Any aftermarket you've used, obviously we've got the various paints down in there, and that way you just then off you go. And you just put a little bit, you can do a fantastic job like we've done here, where it's showing you literally warts and all every single stage, but you don't have to. If you wanted to, you could keep it a little bit simpler, but we do ask people to do a full build rather than just 1, 2, miss a few, and then that's it. But as you can see, Mark's done an amazing job on this particular build. I don't know if he's got any more up there. There we go. So working down in there as well, but showing obviously the viewer how you did it, what you used. That's really what it's all about with these ones. So again, becomes a great reference for other people coming along, following your work right the way through. And these are beautiful pictures that Mark's done here, showcasing the build of exactly how to go through. So the idea is you just follow along with it and then can join in with the build as that person built it as well, and any pitfalls or any problems they might have come across, then obviously you can see it, they can explain it to you and you can avoid it. And then any tips, tricks and uses, like he's done obviously all that heated work on the pipes, you can see exactly how he's done that one. So again, great job on that one, Mark. That's a beautiful build coming along really, really nicely. We look forward to seeing that one completed very, very soon. So as you can see, there's lots of still going around in the forum and everything else like that. And then obviously if you want to join in, please put up any pictures. Remember, we do photo hosting now. We've done a little mini tutorial on how to do it. It's really simple, so we'll host all your photos as well for you, as long as we're of a certain size. We're not doing massive ones as we spoke about, so you can go in and do it just like that. The other big thing is obviously PM Stores, over to our sponsor. We've got various stuff coming in at the moment. Now, just to say though, we've got obviously the show on Sunday at Cosford, which means we've got to box up the stock, load up the van, and then take it all to Cosford on Saturday evening. So the thing is, the store is going to be closing a little bit earlier on Saturday, and it's not going to be open on Sunday. So this is our Doncaster store, which is our full retail store. If you haven't seen it, there's loads of it online, and you can see it just here. Just pop along to pmmodelsuk.com, and you can see obviously all about it just down in here. We've had a massive restock coming this week. I mean, tons of stuff. So from a new arrivals point of view, we've got obviously the F-18 Hornets are in. You can see them just down in here. We got that brilliant BMW in, that Lancia you have seen probably last night with the show, and all this other stuff has been in this week. So lots of stuff and lots of restocking as well. Okay. The other huge thing obviously we've got in is Bandai. Now, to be honest, some of it hasn't turned up, a little bit annoyingly. This lot is all in stock, and we've got good stocks of it as all now. So we've got a proper line in for Bandai coming in, thanks to Revel. Revel basically importing it, but it's still in Bandai boxes, and so it's a Bandai kit. It's just that Revel are the importer. So we've got X-Wings, TIE Fighters, AT-ATs, ATSTs, Slave 1 Snowspeeders. We hope to have in very, very shortly the 144 and 72nd scale master grade Millennium Falcons as well. It's just that they're on order, they just haven't come in with this particular run. We're hoping they'll be in very, very soon. But obviously all your Bandai is in stock right the way through on that one. We also have to thank Stefan, because he's a star who does all our little buttons. So thank you, Stefan, you are a star. So anyway, down in here in our miscellaneous area, we've got various ones down in there as well, which haven't got their own area yet here on the actual forum or on the sales site itself. Okay, but that's basically, as you can see, lots of stuff coming in all the time down on here and restocking as we make our way through. We had a big restock, to be honest, at Kinetic. So a lot of the stuff in. We're just waiting on a few of the Hornets and F-16s. The rest of it is all in stock though. So we've actually got the F-18Cs in, and we've got the Flankers. Somebody was asking about that the other day. They're all in stock right the way through. But we have had, as I said, massive stocks all week of those come through. As I said, we are at Cosford this weekend, so obviously we'd love to come and see you if you're in the actual sort of Telford area. We are going to be staying up there obviously on the Saturday night doing the show and then bombing back afterwards. So obviously that's why the PM store will be closing. I think it's going to be closing around about sort of 2-3ish on the Saturday, and then obviously it won't be closed on Sunday because obviously nobody will be there because we'll all be at the show. So if you do want anything, come over and see us at actually RAF Cosford. As far as I believe, we are still in our usual spot. So we are in the far hangar at the back in front of the Bolton Pool Defiant. That's our little spot. So we've got the huge stand. So we'll have all the washes, sanders, pigments, and then obviously all the kits. We're taking Hataka paints, Tamiya paints, all the usual bits and pieces that we do from the main store we're taking with us. If there's anything a little bit weird and wacky, shoot PM or me a message and we'll make sure we load up the van with it and we bring it with us on Sunday, and you can pick it up from us directly at the show. And that is about it. So that was this week. I must admit, a really busy week this week. It was one of those ones where we're doing a lot of work with the site, with the sounders, things like that. Just to mention, a few people have mentioned about the reviews. Obviously, we've got over 700 reviews I've done on YouTube. Amazingly. What I'm doing is a lot of them are still on the old site, which you can still get to via promodeler.com. But they are being transferred over, so hopefully next week I'm going to spend a couple of days just removing everything off of the old site and moving it onto the new site, and then that way obviously all those reviews will come over. But literally they are in a playlist as well, so everything we've done, or if not, pop over to the actual Flory Models Facebook page, YouTube page, go in there and then do a search and you'll come up with the reviews just in there for the minute. But I hope to get them all moved over to the site, and then they'll be linked into PM Store as well. So if you need to do any reviews for any kit, something else like that, chances are I've probably done it, and you can have a look at it of those just there. And that is about it. Lovely week. So I'm going to probably not do any more to this because I've now got to rush off and make a load of sander sets up because we need them for the weekend, and then obviously we're going to be then sorting ourselves out tomorrow for making a trip up to Cosford. So there's not much of me going to happen, but what I am going to do is leave you with your great work from the gallery section for this week. So if I don't see you on Sunday at RAF Cosford show, then obviously I hope to see you all on Monday. So happy modelling, take care.
Falling like I'm wasted.